Hi, Gooners. Welcome back to Gooner Pavilion. And big news today, according to Talk Sports, Martín Zubimendi is in London, poised to complete his move to Arsenal. This thing seemed like ages. It seemed like it went forever and ever and a day. It's been absolutely crazy. Months of planning, but it seems like the reinforcement is now official in the midfield. And with the fixture list now public, things are about to heat up. Let's break it down, guys. And before I get into it, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button as well. Please share this with your friends to help this channel grow. So Zubimendi is here, 26-year-old Spanish midfielder who's joining Rice and Odegaard in the midfield. And it's reported it's about 51, 66 million, not exactly sure about the figure, but it appears that Arsenal will be paying this in installment. I know we've talked about Zubimendi, what he brings, intelligence, control, calm under pressure, all of those things that Mikel Arteta likes in the midfield. And especially with Jorginho leaving this summer and an uncertain future for Partey, who I still believe has something to give to Arsenal. I think this feels like a step forward, building something more balanced. I think Mikel Arteta believes that if he gets the midfield right, nobody can beat Arsenal because we create a lot of chances and we put them in. Although a lot of the chances that we created last season, we didn't put them in the back of the net, but we didn't have that luxury to be wasteful because we weren't creating so many chances compared to Liverpool. But now, the bigger concern is the forward line, right? And honestly, I've gone back and forth on this. I was on one camp that didn't necessarily believe the solution was just buy one central forward, or striker to come in. I mean, certainly we need someone who's elite. And I think that's probably the thing for me. We need a player that is elite that would take the chances. And I don't know if I am so crazy about a center forward, but the reports say Arsenal are still working on Victor Gyökeres and Benjamin Šeško. The negotiations are dragging. Price tags are high, and preseason is ticking, closer. It's almost close to preseason. We're at the end of June, enter into July. That is officially preseason month. I mean, obviously, everybody's concern is Arsenal are walking into a very loaded fixture list with United, Liverpool, and City without a clinical edge on top. Let's not forget to add Newcastle to that mix as well. And of course, with Isak there, who every time Arsenal have played Newcastle have shown Arsenal why they are missing someone who can put the ball in the back of the net. So we need a player that come in, but not come in on deadline day. Needs to come in to start the season, preseason, gel with the players so that we can hit the ground running. I think this is absolutely going to be crucial. When you look at that fixture release that has just happened, and we read a breakdown of that. So check out my other podcast on the fixture release. There is a sense of urgency. The midfield is taking shape. I mean, I don't know if we can add any more players to that midfield. We've got quite a lot of players in there. But we need the goals to come from somewhere. And when Saka is not firing and Martinelli is not firing and Havertz, is not firing because we know he always take a little bit of time to get up and running. Where the goals going to come? The goals need to come from somewhere. We're not short on creativity, although we need to create more. But conversion, that's where we really start to worry, and we don't look as elite compared to the other players, other teams that we have to compete with in the Premier League. So I don't want us to be panicking because I would rather have us buy the right kind of player. And if in September, when the transfer window shuts, we've got the players that we need, I don't think anyone's going to care about this period and whether we move quickly or not, especially if that player comes in and scores a goal in his first couple of games. But we can't afford to be chasing form in October. I think we got to learn from that from last season. Listen, I don't like talking about this option, right? But is there a plan B? If the top striker thing does not work, what do we do? What does Arsenal do? Do we rely on youth? Do we go and get another loan? You think about the likes of Madueke, those, questions, about whether he's going to be in Chelsea squad next season. And I feel a little bit burnt, every time we've gotten a player from Chelsea. Look at, when we got Czech, look at when we got the latest one, Raheem Sterling, hasn't quite worked out as well. And I'm sure Chelsea were just laughing, at Arsenal we thought we were being clever by getting Sterling, but never really worked. We're gonna see maybe Waneri getting more of a feature in Arteta's squad. So listen, guys, I'm throwing this out to you, as well on this transfer update and roundup. Locking in Zubimendi, does that give you confidence, guys? Or do we need that number 9 and do we need it immediately, to start to feel better about the fixture list and to compete in the title? So drop it in the comments section as well. And I will be trying to feature as many as I can in our podcast. So that's it on transfer roundout update today. Continue to look at what Arsenal is doing. Don't look at what our neighbors are doing because this is going to make you upset. But let's just focus and hope that Arsenal hierarchy know what they're doing. And, a striker is going to be coming in, or more players certainly going to be coming in. But until then, guys, peace.